Good morning, friends. Today I come to you to share the next portion of my book, In the Midst of the Battle, starting from where I left off last time on page number 16. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. Tuesday, March 2nd, 2010. This is the day of trying to get caught up with the housekeeping. I arise and shower early to begin the day. I start cleaning in the bathroom. I have learned their neat, quick way of mopping the concrete floors here. First, you sweep the area, then you splatter Fabulosa, a really great smelling product that you can even find at Walmart that they sell all over Mexico, on the floor in several different spots. Then you pour water over those same spots and begin to sweep over the same area. It works great. It smells wonderful. I'm not sure it's great for your broom, but it's how they clean the floor of the church all the time, and this is how I cleaned my bathrooms this morning. Next, I started on the laundry. Everything is washed in cold water. Our washer sits outside on the side of the house, as everyone does on our street. It is a little nippy outside as I begin with a pretty good breeze blowing. I go ahead and begin the cycle while I'm still gathering the dirty stuff from inside. When I have it fully loaded, I bring the water hose over and turn it on. For some reason, we have more water pressure from the hose. Without using the hose, it has taken up to 2 hours to fill the washer. Let me tell you, I could never keep my laundry up that way. There is a sink on the outside very near the washer made for washing clothes by hand. This is where I do my dishes. We do have one very small sink in the kitchen that is way too hard to use for the dishes. For some reason, they do not believe in double-sided in Mexico, as in one side to wash and one side to rinse. I do have hot water to wash with here. I fill the sink and begin. After a few minutes of washing, I must run and turn off the water hose as the washer is full. I am fasting this morning, and I begin to sing praises to God in Spanish while working. It is a wonderful way to clean house. But I'm not the only one cleaning this morning. Andrew is up and dressed and working on the kitchen. He's cleaning out the refrigerator, microwave toaster, and coffee pot besides being over the trash can. My husband is busy reorganizing the shelf in the living area, Andrew's room. Andrew sleeps in the living room as we only have two bedrooms. Charity is cleaning her room, which houses the whole family's closet. I think they do not believe in closets in Mexico. You will rarely find a house with a built-in closet. The same goes for cabinets. We have none in the kitchen. I have one cheap metal shelf and a table that holds our microwave and camp cooking stove underneath. I have a tub with a lid that protects our dry goods foods. The washer is done, and I begin the process of hanging the clothes up to dry. I notice we are missing about half the clothespins we had before we left. I suspect someone helped themselves to them while we were gone. Maybe they thought we were never coming back. Anyway, I manage to make a note in my head that we will need to buy some more. My husband cooks as I'm fasting the morning hours and makes fries for him and the kids. It is time for me to rinse the dishes, and again I go for the water hose, rinse and dry and put up. I am seen going in and out of the house all day with dirty clothes, dirty dishes, clean, dry dishes. I'm getting my exercise. They are listening to Adventures in Odyssey in the house, one of our family's all-time favorites. It warms up, and they leave the front door open. It isn't long before Fernanda comes running over and goes to seek Charity out. She helps Charity all day in her room. I am able to do 3 loads of laundry this day, with one left drying on the line before I give out. I have finished the dishes and even washed the ice trays. We have brought water from the water truck, and Andrew made tea for us. A little strong, but he tried. I am totally give out and weak and must end my fast. It is around 4 p.m. I rest, and my husband cooks again this day. We have pork chops with leftover mashed potatoes. It was heavenly. We get pork chops real cheap at a Mexican grocery store called El Globo. They sell for around $1.29 a pound. The store is on the American side. After this, it is time to get ready for church. It is men's night, but everyone comes. It has turned chilly out. Fernanda wants to come with us, and her mom sends a text saying she is getting ready. We pull our car a little bit past her house and wait. Her mom sends another text. Fernanda is crying and thinks we left her. She looked out and could not see our car. Charity gets out and calls her name. She is happy now and chatters all the way to church. We have a good service. Brother Mateo leads and Brother Pablo preaches. He preaches about Solomon building a temple for the Lord. We visit a while after church. Sister told me wants to make sure I know women's meeting will be May 1st, and do I have my uniform yet? Sister Lupita has already told me about the meeting, but I am still lacking my uniform. It is wonderful to know they want to include It is wonderful to know they want to include me, and I am praying for the funds to be able to purchase the materials and pay someone to make the uniform. God is faithful and will supply. We return home, and I make more pork chops and fries before retiring to bed. We have done a lot today. Tomorrow holds just as much, but our strength comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Psalms 9:9. Wednesday, March 3rd, 2010. We begin another day of household chores. It is another sunny, warm day. I start the dishes and laundry. Charity resumes cleaning her room. Ron and Andrew then begin to move everything out of the kitchen area to clean. Everything has gathered so much dust. It is a big job. Ron does a lot of measuring, as he would like to bring our double-sided sink from our camper and replace the single-sided one so I can do dishes inside when it is cold and rainy. He also measures for building a cabinet counter where I can place the microwave, cooking stove, coffee pot, toaster, etc., and figures how much it would cost. We don't know when we will be able to do it, but it would be a big improvement and a huge blessing. The wind is not as strong today, and I am only able to do 2 loads of laundry. Charity finishes cleaning her room. Fernanda comes over and takes one look at it and declares it a miracle. I begin cooking supper. We have baked beans, chicken with onions and jalapenos, and tortillas. It is so good to have tortillas again. The store on our street is closed on Wednesday, and they had to walk an extra block or so to get the tortillas, but it was worth it. I try out our new laptop that God has blessed us with and begin formulating a newsletter. I have never used a laptop before, and it takes a little getting used to. I worked several hours on this until I cannot hold my head up any longer and decide to call it a night. Tomorrow we must rise early and head to the border again. God has blessed us today with strength and health to accomplish the things in our household that needed done. He is ever mindful of us. And that concludes my reading today on page 21. And if you would like the full copy of the book, In the Midst of the Battle, you can find it on Amazon or many other locations. Just put in the title and my name, and you can find your own copy to purchase. God bless you.